मर्च इति सौत्रो धातुः मर्च शब्दार्थे शरीर वायु संबंधी रोगाः शरीर वायु संबंधी रोगाः A rough translation of vayu in English is air. But in Ayurveda, that vata, what they speak of, which is made of vayu and akasha, and the word space and air will not fit perfectly. There's a lot of difference between that. So the possible group of diseases under this Chandamarka, asthma, vayu sambandhi rogaha. So it could be asthma, diphtheria, which is in the throat and lungs. Sharira vayu sambandhi rogaha. Asthma, diphtheria. This is infection, a serious infection, and it's also contagious in the throat and in the lungs, the upper part of the lungs. Pneumonia, whooping cough. It's also called as pertussis. 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 That's the infection of the lungs. And while breathing, it makes sound grrr, grrr, because of phlegm and other things. That is pertussis. Then we got bronchiolitis. It's almost same as bronchitis, the other form of asthma. Mumps means the area from ear to the salivary glands. They become infectious. That is mumps. Cystic fibrosis. It's a problem with relation to lungs as well as the stomach and the digestive system. And it is mostly hereditary. Cystic fibrosis. So they all come under Chandamarka. That's all related to the air and breathing. Then we have Upaviraha. Meera is also referred to as Kakoli. Meera is also referred to as Kakoli. Kakoli is a form of poison and toxin. Kakoli is a type of toxin, a mild poison, slow poison. And this Kakoli is specifically referred to the contamination in the milk of the mother. So when mother feeds, the very milk that's given by the mother to the child is contaminated. That is Kakoli. So it becomes a toxin to the child and it affects his health seriously. So some of the diseases which come under this heading, say they are cerebral palsy. That is, while in the womb itself, there will be some damage to the brain. And the coordination between mind and muscles will be disturbed. That is cerebral palsy. Another one is birth defects. Many defects which are congenital come under this group. Then we have meconium disorders. MECONIUM, meconium. Meconium is the first fecal matter that comes out from the child. The first fecal matter. So it would have been in the womb and everything would have been carried on through the umbilical cord. Now once that umbilical cord is cut and the child has come out, now what are the waste products that are there in the body of the child? They will all be thrown out as the first fecal matter, that is called as meconium. So it shall be thrown out and the whole digestive system must start working. So if there are some disorders, we call it as meconium disorders. So they are all coming under Upaviraha. Then we have Down's syndrome. Down's syndrome. It's also a hereditary problem, Down syndrome, and it is mainly the retarded growth. Retarded growth, or the body grows fast, but the mind follows later. Retarded growth, mental retardation, and in other words, they use delayed milestones, delayed milestones. So at a particular age, the child should perform this action, but they will be delayed. That is retarded growth. They all come under Upavira. Then Shaundikeyaha, next one. Shaundikeyaha. Shunagato. Shaundikeya, basically Shunagato. So those diseases which affect the locomotor organs. Locomotor organs. So it is like polio. Polio. So polio affects the lower limbs. Locomotor organ. Then we have Ulukalaha. Ulukalaha. That is Uru plus Kala. La and Ra are almost the same. Uru plus Kala. What is more? Kala, it means Sanchalane Sanchaye. Sanchalana Sanchaye. It is where something is collected. Mainly the toxins are collected. Sanchalane, they vibrate and shake. Unstable. Sanchalane and Sanchayecha. That's the root. So some of the diseases which come under this group is autism spectrum disorders. Autism spectrum disorders. ASD. Autism spectrum disorders. So these autism spectrum disorders are those which affect the brain and nervous center. Which affect the brain and nervous center. Another one is cancer. Cancer. That will come under this because cancer is a growth without function. That's how cancer is defined. Growth without any role. And goes on spreading. Sangraha. Sangraha is to collect. So there's one cancerous cell, it grows and grows and collects and spoils the other cells around it and make them also cancerous. Sangraha. Then we have got what is known as candidiasis. Candy, C-A-N-D-I-D-I-A-S-S. Candidiasis. I think you can verify with any of your doctor friends. Maybe one or two, it may go that way or this way. But these are all the pediatric diseases what you find. So this candidiasis is ulcers in mouth and throat. Ulcers in mouth and throat. And this we mostly find in children, babies and children. Then we have Malimluchaha. Next one, Malimluchaha. Mala Malla Dharane. Mluchi Gatyarthaha. So it's all related to sweat and dirt that gets collected in the body. In other words, toxin get collected. And it is related to the flow of air also. One is chicken pox, measles, So this is commonly found disease of chicken pox and measles. Then we have what is known as Lyme disease, Lyme, Lyme disease. So it's an insect, some insect, if it bites, then it spreads into the whole of the body in red patches. That's a disease, Lyme disease. So this is about Malimluchaha. So collection of toxins and spreading of it. Next one is Dronasaha. Drona, Himsa, Gati, Kautilyeshu. That's the root. Himsa, Gati, Kautilyeshu. Himsa, violent. Gati, movement. Kautilya, cricket. So some obstruction in the movement also that comes under this Dronasaha. Some of the common diseases under this is heart problems. Mostly heart problems happen because of blockages. That is problem in Gati, in the movement, and results in Himsa. Problems come under this. Metabolic disorders. So in living person, this metabolism will be going on. So any disorder related to this metabolism, it comes under this. Birth defects that may require surgery. Birth defects, congenital, that may require surgery. Then we have tetanus. So immediately on the birth of the child, they give anti-tetanus injection. It's a pediatric problem mainly. Then severe infections. For example, sepsis. And that only comes that word septic. Severe infections. These come under Dronasaha. Last one is Chavanaha. Chungatav. That is to leak, to ooze out, to slip, to fall. There's all the meaning that come under that. Chungatav. So some of the diseases under this which can be classified is low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, tuberculosis, TB. The body gradually becomes weaker and weaker, loses all its muscles, and the person becomes skeleton-like. That's tuberculosis. Jaundice is related to pancreas and liver. Problem with pancreas and liver. That's jaundice. Then I have anemia, bloodlessness, anemia. So I correlated what was there in that Veda mantra to the present day diseases and pediatric problems. And I have done it to the best of my knowledge. Maybe one or two may belong to another group rather than this group. But I've studied as best as possible for me. So you can always verify it with any of your doctor friends. So they'll confirm whether this is that or not. They'll come under that category or not. Now here the Veda mantra says, Om Shandamarka Upaviraha Shaundikeya Ulukalaha Malimlucho Dronasaha Chavano Nashyatat itaha swaha. Nashyatat. All these diseases, let it all go. Let it not harm the child. That's the wish. Of course, wish is good. Try to take equal precautionary methods. Then everything will be all right. Then you got another mantra. These two are from Paraskara Grihya Sutra 1.16.26. So next mantra is Alikhan Animishaha. I dictated that and done that?
Yeah, we did this one. Yeah.
Did I explain what it is? Fine. The next mantra is then Mano Hasishur Rushayo.
We did
That also done?
Yeah.
Have I explained that?
Yes.
Okay, then. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim. Imam is from Atharva 12.2.23. 12.2.23. Atharva. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim Dadhami. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim Dadhami. Maisham Sha is Murdhanya. Maisham Nu Gadaparo Arthametam. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim Dadhami. Maisham Nu Gadaparo Arthametam. One line. Next one. Shatam Jivantaha Sharadaha. Puruchi Stiro. Mrutyum Dadhatam. Dadha. Second one is Mahaprana. Dadhatam Parvatena. Dadhatam Parvatena. Atharva 12.2.23. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim Dadhami. Maisham Nu Gadaparo Arthametam. Shatam Jivantaha Sharadaha. Puruchi Stiro Mrutyum Dadhatam Parvatena. Maisham Ma Esham Maisham Gad Aparo Gat Aparaha Arthametam Artham Yetam Shatam Jivantaha Sharadaha Puruchi Stiro Puruchihi Tiraha. Puruchihi Tiraha. Mrutyum Dadhatam Parvatena. Imam Jivebhyaha. For these living beings, Paridhim Dadhami. I have fixed a boundary. Paridhi means boundary. Boundary, you can understand it as just boundary or maybe circumference within which you have to be there. An outer limit. Imam Jivebhyaha Paridhim Dadhami. I have fixed the boundary for the human beings. I fix the boundary. So our human beings, human values and humanity is the boundary. We are not supposed to trespass it. That's what I said is told here. That is, ma yesham arthamedam aparaha gat. So the meaning is, don't trespass it. I got a framework within which you have to work, and that boundary is there. Some we cannot trespass at all. Some we can, but don't do it. That's for your good. If you trespass it, knowingly or unknowingly, you'll be subject to the punishment. Get the negative repercussions. So for that sake, don't trespass. I fixed a boundary for you, I fixed a framework for you, boundary within which you have to work, and don't cross it, don't trespass it. And what's the result? Why this all? Shadam jivantaha sharadaha. So that you can live for 100 years comfortably. With that intention, I have created that boundary. Don't trespass it, then you will be able to live for 100 years plus. If you trespass, some points we cannot trespass. For example, the question of death, we are bound by death. Who can trespass it and cross it and live for eternity? No one. We are all subject to death. If not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So certain such things I cannot trespass or cross it and get out. But there are so many others which I can trespass. But please don't trespass. Apply your mind and don't trespass it. Find out your limits, and within that limits you live, and that results in you are living for 100 plus years. That is Shatam Jivantaha Sharadaha. Then Puruchi Stiraha Mrityum Dadhatam Parvatena. Parvata, a big mountain. A big mountain will work as an obstacle and prevent so many things. So tough to cross a mountain. Mountain ranges. As the mountain ranges block so many things, like your being within the boundary block all those things, starting from death. So blocking death means to defer it and die, live for a long time and then die. All that you can do. Provided you move forward. Purushi. Tiraha, by neglecting or by overlooking the effect of death. That means don't fear death. Now it will come, face it. But lead your life in such a way that you defer it and succumb yourself to death after a long, long time. Beyond 100 years. That's the system what I have established. Follow it and be within boundaries, be within limits. Don't trespass. Atharva 12.2.23. So then, the last mantra in this Jatakarma Samskara, Atharva 18.3.61. 18.3.61. 18th Kanda, 3rd Sukta, 61st mantra. Vivaswan नः अभयं कृणोतु विवस्वान् नः अभयं कृणोतु विवस्वान् नः अभयं कृणोतु यः सुत्रामा जीरदानुः सुदानुः जीरदानुः सुदानुः जीरदानुः सुदानुः one line विवस्वान् नः अभयं कृणोतु यः सुत्रामा जीरदानुः सुदानुः one line इहे में मीरा बहवो इहे में मीरा बहवो भवन्तु इहे में मीरा बहवो भवन्तु गोमत् अश्ववत् यस्तु पुष्टम अश्वत् मयि अस्तु पुष्टम गोमत् अश्ववत् मयि अस्तु पुष्टम विवस्वान् नः अभयं कृणोतु यः सुत्रामा जीरदानुः सुदानुः इहे में इह इमे इहे में मीरा बहवः भवन्तु बहवः भवन्तु गोमत् अश्ववत् मयि अस्तु पुष्टम अभयं कृणोतु let a fearless environment be created abhayam krunoti nah for us who vivaswan 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 is one who helps us to settle down well vasanivase in a special way vishesha rupena me vasanivase who helps us to settle down well in a special way. He is called as Vivaswan. Of course, it's God and also many learned people around us. They all help us to settle down well. Yaha, they are also Sutrama, Jiradanuhu, Sudanu. Sutrama, Rain Palane, they protect us in all ways. They help us to settle down well and they protect us. Jiradanu, they give us life. Jiradanu, they give us all the life. And Sudanu, all other things needed for us. All that we need in life, they give, they protect us, and they create an environment where we can settle down well and there is no fear. It's a fearless environment. So let it be created for us and for the just Parandaji. Iha ime meera bahavo bhavantu. Let their tribe increase. Let their tribe increase. That's the meaning of it. Bahavaha bhavantu. Veeraha. Veeraha One meaning is those who are brave. Another means those who can motivate others. They are also called as Vira. Vim ireti. Vim is the soul is being motivated, inspired. So those who can inspire and motivate, they are called as Vira. Let such people increase. Let their tribe increase. Iha ime viraha bahavo bhavantu. Let them become more and more. Not only that, Mayi astu, in me, these things be instilled. What's that? Gomat, Ashwavat, Pushtam. Pushtam, nourishing, Pusha Pushtam. In a nourishing way, Go and Ashwa be instilled in me. So in colloquial Sanskrit, Go is cow, Ashwam is horse. Not like that here. Ashwam means Indriyas. Indriyas. Go means our words and talk. Words and talk. Vani. Go means Vani. So let my capacity to talk right things and let my sense organs all be nourished and be favorable to me. Me means me and the whole group and the just born baby. All are included in that. So with this positive note, the Jatakarma Samskara comes to an end. This last mantra is 18,361. 18,361. So with this positive note and prayer, this whole Jatakarma Samskara comes to an end. With all these details what I have given to you about Jatakarma, it is now possible that you can perform this ritual Jatakarma comfortably. I give it in such a detail that you can do it. Havan you can do it. These mantras you can chant and you can give the meaning of mantra in a few words or you can explain it elaborately. So then this Jatakarma, that's what is the samskara to be given to the newborn baby. Will be very good. And it starts, that is the life of the newborn baby starts with a wonderful zeal and goal. This Jatakarma samskara. So Garbhadana samskara is over, Pumsavana is over, Simanta is over, now Jatakarma is over. The next one, it is a Namakarna samskara. Namakarna samskara. So called Namakarna, it is there in every part of the world. Maybe they don't call it with this name, they may call it by certain other names. One other name what I can give is christening. Christening. Christening, naming ceremony. This naming ceremony we do it for everything, not only human beings. We do it for animals, we do it for everything what we do. Everything is given a name. I can't say, bring that. What is that? We don't know. So I have to say, bring book. Okay, book. There are many books. What to bring? And say we got a title for that book. So bring that book, which has got this name. Maybe dictionary, for example. So there are many dictionaries. Dictionary which tells us from English to Sanskrit or Sanskrit to English. So English to Sanskrit dictionary or Sanskrit to English dictionary is a name given to that book. Without that we cannot function. Without that we cannot transact. For any transaction we need names. For animals we give names. For people we give names. And this christening or namakarna is a inevitable thing.
Very good.
So we do it. Here for human beings, or for just born baby, or christening, we are giving it a name, and it has got many, many significances and many, many important things. That's what we are going to discuss under this. So what is the purpose of giving names? They say the first purpose or reason for giving name is Vyavartana. Vyavartana, that's what they call it. Vyavartana. Vyavartana is to differentiate one with the other. As I was telling just now. When I say cat, it means cat only, no other animal comes under that. So all other animals are segregated, separated from this animal called cat. So cat is the name what I give. When I say cow, it is cow and cow only. All those animals come under the species cow, come under that. And it separates it from all other animals. Segregation, Vyavartana, segregation. So to segregate, for that purpose we give a name. A name, the purpose is segregation, to differentiate. This is first purpose, that is segregation. Vyavartana. Vyavartana is to segregate. I say that and this. I say that is different, this is different. So they get actually separated. That gets separated from this. So there are two things.
Bye, Mario.
He or she. Okay, immediately they get differentiated. He is something different, she is something different. They are not the same. To segregate and differentiate, this we call it as Vyavartana. So that is one purpose of christening. Wherever anybody, when he does christening, when he names a thing, this is one of the purposes. And the second purpose, they say, that is Nirdeshana. First one is Vyavartana, to segregate. Second one is Nirdeshana, to directly specify that. To directly specify and fix it, that's called Nirdeshana. When I say Varun, it is Varuna. If there are 2, 3 Varuns, then what we do? S Varun, B Varun, T Varun, something. So we segregate and specify the very person. First we have to segregate, and after segregating, okay, cow, I segregate from all other animals. Now there are many cows. How to differentiate this cow? Okay, we call it Gange, for example. So Gange is one name what I have given to one cow. And the same name I am not giving it to others. Say there are dogs in ours, for example. Now dog is, when I say dog, it is segregated from other species. Now which dog? Okay, call it a Tommy. So Tommy is a specific dog. So I can translate, I can refer to the dog specifically and do something. Where is Tommy? Tommy should have come by evening. Have you fed Tommy? Where is it? Is it healthy? Should I take it to the vet? So many things. But it's all referred to Tommy, the specific dog. So this we call as Nirdeshana, specified, clearly noted, clearly directed. That's known as Nirdeshana. So these two, that is Vyavartana and Nirdeshana, yes, we can do anything. Say you've got many things. So to avoid confusion, because I said Varun, there are 3, 4 Varuns, S, T, P, etc. So to avoid that thing, for things mainly, we give numbers. This is part number 543. Over. So 543 is that particular part of the machine or something. The same principle we use even for people also, in offices and factories. We give identification numbers. So 3483 is Varuna. Which Varun? This Varun who is Yes Varuna. 3483. So I don't translate with Yes Varun. I transact with 3483. So 3483 is not repeated. Now it's given to more than one person. It's perfectly specific and only yes Varun will come. So even numbers could be used for parts. It could be used for animals. It could be used for people. And these two jobs will be done. One is segregation. One is specifically directing it. Vyavartana, Nirdeshana. But here Vedas envisage so many other things also. One last thing what it says, Adarshana. Adarshana. Things will happen with first two. Vyavartana and Nirdeshana, things will happen. But it adds one more dimension called as Adarshana. Okay, it needs little time. We'll take up in the next class what this Adarshana is and go with the rituals, how we have to follow it, and the special mantras what are there for Namakarana. All that we'll discuss. Thank you for the day.